Hello there, welcome to Genesis Models. My name is Bobby Waldron, and in this video we're going to have an in-box review of the Mitsubishi A6M8 by Hasegawa 1/48 scale. Nice bit of box art on there. This particular kit, to be honest with you, I mean, they just seem to release the same kit over and over and over again. New box art, new decals. You know what, I can't personally keep up with it, and you know, I don't really want to bother keeping up with how many different kits they've released, well, how many times they've reboxed it and give it new decals. But we're going to have a look at this particular kit. It's a relatively new release, but as I say, reboxed over and over again. Our instructions here, typical Hasegawa instructions. They fold out into one big bit going on there. First thing that came out is our canopy, separately bagged. The packaging is kind of feeling a little bit on the cheap side, but you know, canopy separately bagged, looking quite good in there as well. And then we have, let's have a look at our decals first. Then what we have here is we have Hasegawa decals, looking nice, colourful, glossy, in registry, no problems there. You can almost make out the small writing, but it's you know, you get a magnifying glass on it and it'll probably look a little bit blurred. Then we have everything all in one bag here, as you can see. So may as well quickly have a little look. We have our sprues here for fuselage section, fuel tank and everything. Looking nice, typical recessed panel lines, recessed rivets as you would get from Hasegawa. This bottom wing section looks actually rather nice going on there. Top wing section is also looking typical nice Hasegawa. Bottom wing section again. I'll probably have to have a closer look when we look in instructions and get all this out properly, but we've got two bottom wing sections. We'll find out what that's all about. Probably to do with, like, yeah, as you can see here, we can probably have you know, open engine and everything going on here, so that's rather nice. Looks like we've got some little bombs on this sprue as well. Again, looking rather nice. Another duplicate there, and then we have loads more engine detail, bit of cockpit detail and everything. So looking rather nice, although it does get, you know, released, reboxed by Hasegawa over and over again. Let's have a look, a proper good look at this one. Let's get started with the instructions. Now with the instructions, as normal, you get a nice bit of a call out about the actual aircraft itself. Typical Hasegawa as well, it opens up into one long piece of instructions, and what we have here is the whole cockpit section. Looks actually quite simple, quite easy. We've got call outs for decals, what paints and everything. We also have, you know, a nice engine section going on here, and it is a typical World War II fighter. Two fuselage halves coming together, bring your wing section together, and you've basically got your zero going on here. So nice and simple. As I say, nice options for engine. We also have nice options here for different size rockets and how we kind of configure them. We've got some landing flaps going on there as well, so rather nice going on there. On the other side we do have markings which looks like for two different types of zeros, which is rather nice. So those instructions, nice, kind of basic, nice, easy to follow. Decals. Now the decals by Hasegawa, they are, you know, not too bad. They are quite sort of, shall we say, satin going into glossy. They are made, oh, well done, they do say printed by Cartograph. So you know, we know Cartographer is a very good decaling manufacturer, so these should be good, and they do look in nicely in registry, do look quite simple. There is this one, well, these two big decals going up here, and this is just to do our red sort of line going on here, but everything in the middle is still a decal, so you might want to kind of cut out the see-through middle bit just so you don't have so much decal go down, well, see-through clear decal go down on there, so you might want to cut that out. Moving along, we'll just jump straight in with our canopy, because the canopy is rather good, as you would probably expect from Hasegawa. We've got no kind of cobweb effects going on here, we've got no cracking, looking rather shiny, should have no problems with these canopies, so you know, very good there. First sprue we have here, well, the sprues are a nice grey usual plastic, and they do feel quite nice and crisp. Looking at our vertical stabiliser, what we have is some nice recessed panel line detail. Got a little bit of flash going on there as well, but the flash is quite minimal on this kit, and as you can see, it's quite nicely detailed. We've got fuel tanks here as well, and where it kind of goes round to the side, the recessed panel lines still carry on, they don't fade, which is rather nice. We've got a bit of cockpit detail here, looking rather nice. As you can see, the sides of the cockpit should come out quite nice. No ejector pin marks going on there. Looking at some landing gear here, hopefully, as you can see, oh, there we go, looking very nice, tidy landing gear going on there. We do have one or two of those tiny small faint ejector pin marks going on as well in there, which is a little bit of a shame, but they're not bad, it's kind of standard. Same going on here, we've got some ejector pin marks going on there, but to be honest with you, I think that's going to be covered up with parts of the landing gear, so those ejector pin marks might not be too bad. We also have some really nice engine detail going on here. It's all one piece, but actually looking at it, as you can see, the mould has slightly gone off, slightly kind of misaligned there. Hopefully, as you could possibly see, just there, it looks like flash, but actually that's where the mould has sort of, I don't know, slipped or something, so that does kind of spoil that actually, which is rather a shame. But let's have a closer look. It does seem to be like this one here seems to have gone off a little bit, which to kind of correct that is going to require, you know, sanding that back and all this kind of stuff. Kind of messy work there, but still, I mean, it does look rather fancy and rather nice where it does work. Maybe this is a one-off with that, hopefully. Nice seat going on there, no seat belt, so make your own, go to Edard or something like that, but you know, looking quite nice, good standard for Edard. We've got two sprues here which are identical, and what we have on here is all sorts of rockets and fuel tanks and all this kind of stuff, and then this is a bit of a shame about the kit, because as I mentioned, it was all in one bag. You know, packaging did look kind of bad, and I don't know if you can see that on this on camera, but if you might be able to see it, can you see that? But basically what I'm seeing here is loads of faint little scratches, and that is just where pieces of sprue are just rubbing against each other, and I've made all these kind of scratches. I'll be able to show you more later, but two identical sprues there. Then we have another sprue here with our propeller on. Looks rather nice, flash minimal. Again, you know, talking about these scratches here on our engine cowls, we've got light scratching going on, kind of a little bit heavy going on there. I don't know if you can just see that. Yeah, I think you can just pick that up on camera now. Pretty sort of heavy scratching going on there, which is something you might be able to get away with, because I know if you use a good primer you would probably kind of take that out, but you may need to do a little bit of light sanding to sort that out, which is a shame, sorry to say. Then we have our top of our wing section. Now, as you can see, you know, real nice typical Hasegawa panel line detail here. It's all very nice and crisp. As you can see, we've got a nice bit of rivet detail going on in there as well, but that is really nice, gorgeous recessed panel line detail. As you can see, you might also be able to see again more scratching. This is why you shouldn't put everything into one bag, you know, pretty nasty there as well. You know, but it is rather faint. You might be able to get away with just spraying a primer on top of that, but rather nice. We've got the bottom wing section here. Now this one, I've looked at the instructions. You don't actually use this bottom wing section. You actually use this one. This is just spare, throw it in the bin, whatever. But as you can see, really nice detail again going on. We've even got, you know, a bit of detail going on in there in the wheel wells. As you can see on this one, it's looking rather nice. I mean, that's not gluing anything in, that's just one mold, and it's, you know, rather nice wheel well detail, as well as all the detail that goes on in there. They are basically exactly the same, but those are them. And then we have our fuselage section to finish off with, and as you can see, you know, lovely typical Hasegawa detail. I can't help but think that actually this kit could have maybe done with a bit more rivet detail. It seems to be nice recessed panel line detail, but just seems to like maybe lack on that recessed rivets. We've got a bit going on up here and just around our vertical stabilizers, just the back of there. And then you might notice, and I can actually kind of feel it, you probably see it on camera, but our rudder here isn't like the rest of the kit. I mean, our plastic here feels all nice and smooth, which is really nice actually, but then we get to this rudder and it's actually a little bit on the rough side. Now I remember reading something somewhere about the rudders being different in some way. I don't know if it's like it's just fabric or I remember it being different, and you needed, and to do it properly, you kind of spray these rudders a slightly different shade to kind of represent that it's fabric or something like that. And I've actually kind of represented this on the mold as well, giving it a, you know, a very slightly bit rougher than the rest of the aircraft, which is a nice touch there as well. So good research there for Hasegawa. And that's it. That is all of the kit. So final conclusion for this kit. Well, first off, how much does it cost? It costs £24.99. That's from Hanan. You could probably get it cheaper. Not bad, you know. I wouldn't say it's like we're getting a bargain here with the price. I wouldn't say we're being totally ripped off or anything. I think it's kind of just nice, average, standard kind of price going on there. Bad points, as I say, all in one bag. Kind of gives you that kind of scratching going on in there, which isn't good. Ejector pin marks, they did seem to be, you know, just nice, average, maybe slightly a bit above average, to be honest with you, compared to some of the other kits. I like the option that you can put an engine in there and show your engine off, which is nice. We've got some nice kind of weapon configurations that we can mess about with. They've got the canopy all looking nice. So yeah, I mean, not bad from Hasegawa. Hasegawa, and going on Hasegawa, this kit is probably going to go together really nice. From what I've read as well, Hasegawa Zeros are probably the best Zeros that you could get out there in 1/48 scale, so you know, that's nice. So the final score that I gave this kit was an 8.2, which is a nice above average score. Above average scores here at Genesis models are between 8 and 8.9. Put them in, as I say, at the above average, which basically means, you know, it's going to be fitting well, you're not going to have major issues, you're going to have a nice good looking model at the end of it. So a nice 8.2 there for this nice Zero by Hasegawa. As I say, Hasegawa, they like to go off and they like to throw in decals whenever they release this kit. They rebox it over and over again. I think they kind of rebox them virtually once every year, and then they throw in some nice brand new decals to make it look like it's new. So you know, this inbox review probably counts for, you know, how many Zeros Hasegawa's released as well. So you know, hopefully you've enjoyed that and made up your mind whether you'd like to buy this kit or not. So until next time, my name's Bobby Waldron, this is Genesis Models, and I hope you've enjoyed.